Hey,
Hey, what's going on, everyone?
how's it going?
Good. Yourself?
I'm good, man. I'm good. So our our host who is hoping or hosting the closing ceremonies is going to be late.
Yep. He'll be late to his own funeral, but it's all right. It's all right. No,
He
no,
is
he
going to
has.
be late.
Yeah, no, it's all right. He has something serious he had to tend to, but that's all right. We got to
Yeah.
start without him for a sec.
Yeah. So yeah, the closing ceremonies is like 3 days late. Uh Unfortunately, the host who hosts the closing ceremonies ended up having to work, so he couldn't really close the ceremony.
Yeah.
So then yeah, I go, well, let's move it to Wednesday, and he said, great. And so we moved it to Wednesday, and he's not here.
Yeah, that worked. You know,
That worked out well.
that worked out great.
That worked out really, really good. Where's my water? For
I
people to
thought,
know, for people to know, I am sick. I think I think the week. Okay, let me say this: we had the 10 days, so I was up a lot. I was online a lot, and obviously for the global ghost hunt, taking care of all the streams and stuff like that. And then I was on set on Friday for a new TV show I'm filming. And then Friday night, I was supposed to do my investigation. I got home late, ended up getting canceled, but I ended up doing my investigation on Saturday. And then we had the event on Saturday night with the teams from 3 till what was it, 1 o'clock, I think.
mm,
And then Sunday night, we had another one. And then on top of that, I had to do a self tape for two self tapes for one feature film that I'm trying to get into. Or they apparently they want me. So I don't know if they want me or not after I sent those self tapes. We'll see. So yeah. So and then I was on set yesterday, and now I think this is a combination of me being burnt out and not getting a lot of sleep
yep.
and doing so much over the last 4 days.
Yeah, like Abyss said, I mean, your stress caught up with you.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So,
think so. I think so. So Matt will be here. Uh he had to drive, I believe he had to drive his daughter home,
mm.
and he said it's only 5 minutes away, so he will be here. So here, but you have us for now, which is
Uh-oh.
probably not necessarily a bad thing, to be honest.
It is? No, I
It's
don't
not a
know.
bad thing. It's not a
Okay,
bad
good.
thing.
All right. All right.
It's not a bad thing, because maybe you prefer us over Matt.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
If you
So
didn't
like
put
I
the
was,
orders in the
so this
router.
is what yeah, so this is what I've been drinking for the last 2 days.
Ooh,
Lime water
lemon.
or lemon water,
Okay.
which, if you don't know, people, it's good to drink when you get sick because it has over 250 vitamins in it, natural vitamins. Did you
Dr.
know,
Lab.
did you know that?
No, I did not. That's why I'm calling you Dr. Laverty.
Mm, mm. So yeah, you drink that all day, and you'll start feeling better. You want to know something? It's really weird that I used to do when I was younger, when I got sick,
What's that?
when I was living on my own
Yeah.
in Burlington. Um, when I didn't have any, like, nobody around.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I used to, when I knew I you can always feel when you're going to start getting sick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So what I would do is I would get up and vacuum my whole place. And I would
Wow.
sweat it out. And by the next day I was fine.
Okay,
And then
okay.
my house was really clean too.
I was about to say, and
So
your house was clean, but you know
yeah.
what though? I've heard of people using saunas that way, so it kind of
Yeah.
work. I kind of get it.
Yeah, I could probably do the sauna here because we have a sauna here in the condo. I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So the closing ceremonies tonight. We are oh, there he is. Thank
Oh,
God. Thank God. I was trying to really stretch that out. And
Ah, I was hearing a lot of blame.
well,
I
no,
was
we weren't
listening in on
blaming you.
YouTube.
well, well. I don't know what you heard. You were listening to the wrong channel.
Oh, just two guys that look like you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. I knew there was something wrong.
Yeah. Thank you, Suzanne. Or Suzanne, right? Suzanne.
Who's
But
that?
my mind is all over the place, guys. I apologize. I really, really apologize. Like my mind is scrambling. Suzette.
Suzette.
Why I called you Susan. I apologize.
So anyway, Matt, how are you doing, my friend?
Oh, it's been fun ever since we came back from New Orleans. It has been go go go. So the normal.
Awesome.
So what's up, everybody? I do apologize for being late. I, like AJ said, had something come up, so I had to go deal with that. But here I am, and I beat
There
the
you go.
15 minutes I told Bryan. So
Yes, you did actually. That's good. That's good. The
And
host
yes,
not being here.
you know, it's normal.
Yeah, it's all good. Well, this, you know what I'm thinking. This is actually kind of fitting, because when we opened the Global Ghost Hunt, it was us three,
hmm
Yeah.
and now we're here closing it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Such
Yeah.
a beautiful
Yeah, we have a lot to talk about today.
Yes.
We do. We do. Let's start off first by we just finished out our first year.
Yes.
Let's start with that. I saw the video that you opened with, and how fitting is it?
Yes.
You know, almost a year and a half ago, almost 2 years, we started this. This all
Yeah.
started out. The video came out. We were all excited, and to sit here and going 2 years later, going, holy crap! This, you know, we've come so far in just a year.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unbelievable. I do want to. I see Jen Jacobson's in the room, and she just put something up in the group chat of the Brad. Now, the Bradford Era, I believe it's called, right, Jen? They
Yeah.
have a news article on Jen being at the Hinsdale House, and also the Global Ghost Hunt was featured in that news article as well.
Actually, I have it brought up right now. We want to take a quick look. Let's see here. Share screen? Yeah, I know how to share my screen. Thanks, Streetner.
And it was also in the Olean Herald. Yeah.
But let's first start off. I mean, we all talk about the Global Ghost Hunt with these amazing teams and the locations, but I mean, let's take a look at this first, real quick. Look at this view. I mean, how amazing is it? It's one thing to see the investigations, but to actually see it during the daylight like this, I mean, this is stunning. This is, I mean, I don't know about you, Bryan. I know you're a city guy, but me and AJ,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be right at home here.
Yeah.
I may live in the city. I don't like the city. I come from a small town. That I prefer. I like the quietness too, but yeah.
Oh, but yeah. So if anybody wants the links, I'm sure we can get that posted on any of the Global Ghost Hunt Facebook page and share that out.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I
would be remiss if I didn't mention this. CITV,
yes.
Kara's group, they also did an interview about their group and the Global Ghost Hunt, and it was I can't recall if it was a radio station or a paper. I think it was a radio station actually, and they featured their team and Global Ghost Hunt. So what I'm liking is the fact that yes, Global Ghost Hunt is being featured. Yes, I like that, but I also love it more that these teams are being featured.
100%.
Absolutely.
That's what's important. That's what, as an admin team, we love, because the teams are getting out there and getting noticed.
Absolutely.
That's what's important.
And they even included Eclipse Paranormal's Facebook or website and about the Hinsdale House Restoration Project. And
so what we're doing as a group is working.
Yes.
We are getting teams noticed and locations noticed. It's working. Believe in the process.
Yeah.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
true. And,
Yeah.
you know, like I said right from the beginning, if we continue doing what we're doing, things are going to happen for these teams and locations. How many locations do you or how many teams do you think booked the locations after May's event?
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
A
sure
I
quite
believe
a
lot.
bit.
A
a
lot.
lot.
And now I'm thinking what's going to happen now is the locations that were in this event, this past event, October's event,
Mhm.
the same thing is going to happen. I'm hoping that, you know, like Henry, he gets more
Hillcrest.
bookings,
Yeah.
you know, and and hey, listen, AZ Pie doing the Clown Motel was great, but let's be honest, the YMCA was much better. And people that were watching it that night, they have a new location. It's on their bucket list.
Yeah. Well, and that's what we said, after the May event, and we said that during the wrap up show, just, what we're doing right now. There was so many amazing locations, and I know my bucket list grew. And I mean, just look at it, like, let's just take Paranormal Responses, the Carl Beck House. That I want to go to.
Yeah.
You know?
That's an amazing location.
Well, if you come down this way, I'll take you because it's
No,
about
that's fair.
3 hours from me.
That's fair.
Yeah. Carl Beck House is great. Now, I will say they didn't get a lot of activity, but and I didn't realize this about the Carl Beck House. I didn't realize it was a B&B now.
Yeah. I don't even think that was even, at least, I don't think any of our research showed that it was.
I didn't know it was.
At least
Which
Raymond
is
didn't say anything.
Yeah,
interesting.
that's crazy. I never knew that either, actually. That's actually pretty wild because I wonder how many people have had experiences there that didn't even, want to have an experience, but they went there for Airbnb. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I would love to
Well,
talk to some of those people.
yeah, well, I will say that it's not like they didn't get any evidence because they got some during the night, which is great.
Yeah.
Really, really good. Obviously, there's other teams that really stand out because of their location.
Mhm.
For me at least. And see Don knows everything about everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Backhouse, you can rent a room.
I'm just
So
gonna bring that up.
I guess apparently they rented 2 rooms
Oh,
for the
okay.
night.
Mm.
Or they rented 1 room and they were given access to the other room because it wasn't being rented at that moment. I don't know about you, but I don't think there's a lot of people would be out there now knowing Backhouse is getting out there is a little more popular, obviously. I would imagine the only people that would go there would be investigators, not the outside like public knowing that it's haunted.
Mm.
Well, see, and that's something I know. I know you and I discussed, Bryan, before the May event. What kind of publicity are these places getting? And the one thing I love that these teams have all done is given the history, and they start doing their walkthrough, and they show how pretty and amazing these locations are.
Yeah.
I mean, haunted, yes, but even still, whether you get a lot of evidence or a little bit of evidence, it doesn't matter. It's still a beautiful location. I mean, case in point, look at Rootless Destinations and the May event. That place was stunning.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
So, and as you know, in the business industry, there is no such thing as bad publicity.
Yeah.
No, but at the same time, there's people that are not involved in the paranormal and have no desire to be in the paranormal would most likely stay away from something like that.
Mhm.
But there's a thing out there that I don't know if people know this or not. They say 95% of the people in the world are intrigued by the paranormal, UFOs, supernatural, cryptids, whatever.
Yeah.
80% of people in the world have somehow been affected by it.
I believe that.
Mm.
Like those
I
are
believe that.
huge numbers.
Huge numbers.
Well,
So
I mean, how many people have had a near-death experience? Let's just start with that. There are thousands and thousands of reports of these.
yeah, well, AJ has several times.
Exactly.
So,
Or, you know, how many times have people said, "Oh, I just get that feeling I'm being watched."
Yeah.
You know, if you're not an investigator, you won't know that that could be a spirit watching you, or you know, whatever.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
there's it's amazing how close the general public and the paranormal communities really are. It's just a matter of bridging that gap.
Mm.
For sure.
But,
For sure.
and I think the first steps is exactly what we on the admin staff and Parapost, Paralinks, the cons, the Paracons, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're starting to bridge that gap, and it's not in a negative way.
No.
No.
You know, I mean,
Not at
people are
all.
seeing,
No.
no, I mean, look at the shows. We all have shows. We all have podcasts. People are seeing that the paranormal, we're all, well, I wouldn't say normal people, but we're all people. We're not that stereotype. And that was
Yeah.
great timing, by the way. I will thank you.
We're definitely not normal.
No.
I don't
We're
claim to be.
paranormal. Oh.
No.
No, sorry. I thought out there.
What was
That's
that?
why. That's
You're Abby normal.
no,
Yeah.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But no, that's why, like, on my merch it says I'm not normal. I'm paranormal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Anybody
have
calls
to
me
a-
normal.
I have to ask, Matt, who's that standing behind you?
Yes, I was just about to ask that.
There's someone behind me. Oh crap.
Yeah.
No, actually. So yes, folks, I'm not alone in studio tonight. The Wicked Queen is here. I don't know what she's doing.
Trying to do shit for work.
There you go. So she's doing that, and the guy behind me is really, really good close friend. I call him. He's basically my brother. His name's Cyrus. He's popped in on some of the shows several times.
Spin of death.
She's buffering, but no. Cyrus, I don't know if you guys saw my personal account, but he was actually in the hospital. He had to go to
And
the
why?
hospital.
Yeah, you mentioned that today in a post,
That's,
right? Yeah.
That's him.
Okay.
So through a lot of testing today and a couple of threats to some doctors, he got out.
There
He
you
is
go.
asleep.
I know nothing.
I know nothing. I like that.
But actually, what's really cool is one of the things that him and I first bonded over was the paranormal.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but yeah,
Cool.
yeah. So I'm not alone.
You know, that's a big thing with this event is that a lot of people can bond over this, and it can be any background, I can't say ethnicity,
There you go.
religion, anything. It's a bunch of people get together and watch teams investigate, and it doesn't matter if you're a fan of the paranormal, if you're just open-minded. Getting together, you see people in the comments, everyone's engaging with each other. It's such an amazing thing that there's not this animosity, there's not this greed, there's not any of this type of stuff that we see in this field constantly. And that was what my favorite biggest part is of Global Ghost Hunt is to have this group of people and to be able to interact with everyone and everyone be on the same page of paranormal.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you said that, AJ. Sorry, Brian. Didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
Sorry,
no,
but
I wasn't going to
gears
say
are
anything.
rolling.
No.
But I'm glad you said that though, AJ, because honestly, the amount of support that these teams have given each other, case in point, there's someone very specific.
Yeah.
May, all of the GGH lives we've done, I think literally every investigation, they've been there. AZ Pie, every event during the October, and even some, I think after they even signed up, they started coming in on the GGH lives. Suzette, CMPS,
Yeah.
Liz, Nerdwitch, the list goes on and on. And I laugh now because when I first started these shows, people kept telling me Para Unity's dead. Leave it be. I call bull. And it's people like this who are the reason for that. There's the examples. And it's really cool. I mean, none of us are in this for money. None of us are in for ourselves. And these teams that sit there and help each other out. I mean, hell, Dom, Investigation 13. He jumped in at the last minute and he built some time slots. Chris from the May event, he helped in on Haunted 505. You know, I mean, there's.
Damn it, I keep on forgetting about him. I gotta send him some stuff. Jesus,
We
I
haven't
keep
forgotten.
on forgetting. We have
haven't
not forgotten.
No, and I do have something in the works, and we will be working on this. But you know, none of us are sitting there like we're the best, and that's one thing I love. Nobody's sitting there saying like in the comments or on their lives, "Come check us out. We're the best. We're the best."
Yeah.
You know, it's all about supporting everybody and,
Yep.
and supporting these locations, and it's awesome.
Yeah,
And it's motivating.
Yeah.
And what I liked, obviously the event was great, and then AJ phoned me yesterday on my way home from filming, and he had an idea, and I said, "Let's do it." And the idea last night was to choose a couple, 2 or 3 of the lives, and play them for the Halloween special. And there were still people coming in the room that saw when it was originally went live. They still came in the room and watched and
Yeah.
supported. But then the great thing I loved about it was on some of the channels, because I toured the different channels to see who's in the rooms and stuff like that, to see how many people are in the rooms and stuff. So over on the Huntophobia page, there were new people watching
That's
that
awesome.
didn't watch during the event. And I said this to Matt last night. There was one particular person that was watching that I was a little surprised that was watching. And that was Mr. Oh, there he is right there. There,
Uh-oh.
You guys
Mr.
planned that.
Victor Santiago. And
That's a new show.
he
Where in the
was,
world is Victor San Diego?
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm a little ill today. So
Fine,
he was watching, so I was a little bit surprised about that, because I even mentioned to Matt last night, it's like we got new people coming in and watching, and I thought that was really good. And I gave praise to AJ during on the YouTube side because people loved it. And I said, well, you can thank AJ for this. And that was on the YouTube side. But what I decided that I'm going to do for next year, and I mentioned it to you both last night, next year we're going to select groups from the May event, May event, and the October event. And on Halloween, we're going to play it all day.
All day.
From the morning till night, we're going to play videos from the from both events. Starting next year, which I think is a really, really good idea. And what I also liked that I thought was really good, and the AZ Pie started this, I got the idea from them. At the end of their investigation, they put up a selfie of them being in the location, and they put it up and tagged Global Ghost Hunt. And I thought that was great. So now what we're going to get teams to do is take pictures during their investigation and take a selfie at the end and send it to us, and we're going to post it everywhere. To help you that much more, to help you get your team out there, because people look at pictures. People watch the videos and they might watch a couple of minutes of it and stuff, but they really look at the pictures. So if we're going to start getting teams to do that, to send us pics and to send us a selfie at the end of their investigation, as you have been seeing on the Facebook page that I've been posting the last few days. So yeah,
which I haven't forgotten.
Yeah, you were supposed to send me some pics today.
Yeah, it's been a little busy.
Yeah, okay. It's all good. You'll send them when you can. So what I'm saying is, if anybody has any pics that we're investigating during the event, please send them to us at support@globalghosthunt.com, and we will post them, and we'll post them everywhere. So you get, and we'll also make sure you're tagged in it as well. So you're aware that it's up there, and you can go share it. You know what I mean? Share it to your own page. And so that's a new thing we're going to start next year as well. Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah. There are more things coming too.
Yes. A lot more.
You want to ask me, Matt, or what?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I didn't get I saw that. I didn't get the script or anything.
You didn't get the memo that I sent
memo.
you today?
I got a lot of memos today.
No, I'm just kidding.
But
so since we're so sorry for cutting you off. So since we're talking about next year, I will mention out something else that's going to start next year. We have mentioned it on prior shows. And so this is going to start next year, because I've already had several teams contact me asking me I want to sign up. What do I need to do? And I've had 5 teams in the last few days ask me. So this is great. It's great. So obviously you're going to go over to globalghosthunt.com. I told them to wait though, because there's something new coming.
Mhm.
Okay. And we will be talking about it this weekend in our admin meeting. There's going to be packages. There's going to be different packages for the event that you're signing up for. There's going to be 2 packages. So basically what that means is in one package, you will get so many different things. And
Yep.
the other package, you won't get as many as the first package. But the thing is, it will be 50% off for this second package.
Mhm.
So I know it was a little bit of an issue because some people have to pay for their location. And sometimes the location goes, well, it doesn't really matter to me but you're still going to have to pay full price. That's fine. I found generally most of the locations gave a deal in some respect.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing a package deal, which because to sign up, the entrance fee is $100 to sign up. So starting the next event, we're going to have another package. It's going to be $50. I went frozen there.
You
Yes,
went
you did.
frozen. Yeah.
Yeah, I went
Great
frozen
screenshot though. It's a great
Yeah.
screenshot though. Well, it was.
there.
Yeah, it was a great screenshot. It should have been a profile picture, but hey, we'll
Sorry.
take it.
That's okay. So, yeah, so we're going to have a second package. It's only going to be $50.
Yep.
So, which is going to be great for teams because there's some teams that have 3 or 4 members or 5 members, and it's
Mhm.
going to cost you what? 5 members, $10 each.
Mhm.
So, we
Yeah.
wanted to do that because we want to entice more people to come. We don't want people to stay away. We want you to get the exposure as much as these other people have been getting these last 10 days because it
Mhm.
just doesn't stop at the video anymore. There's going to be more things. And you're going to be getting your thumbnails. You're going to be getting your promo videos. So you're going to continually get this stuff over the next several months leading up to the event. And then even after the event, as you can see, what we did these last few days, sharing out pictures, replaying your possible video again.
Mhm.
So it just doesn't stop at the event and that's it. See you
Yep.
later. We'll see you next year. No, that's not what we're about.
No.
We want to continue giving you exposure leading up to the next event. So I
Absolutely.
know I remembered somebody messaged me last week. Joshua, sorry if I'm going to butcher your last name. I apologize. I believe his last name is Charens. Anyways, he told me last week he's signing up next year. Actually, it was a couple of weeks ago. He told me he's signing up for the April event, and he started announcing it on his Facebook page that
That's
he's going to
awesome.
be joining the Global Ghost Hunt next year. So, you know, it's just not stopping. Like I said a few seconds ago, it's just not stopping at the event. See you later. That's it. That's not what we're about. We're
No.
going to continue pushing people out. So,
Absolutely. And here's the thing, folks. Like, I know some of you may have looked at some of the videos or your video and you thought that you didn't get that many views. There's one thing that's been consistent, and Bryan mentioned this before. The lives do get a lot of views, more than what most people think, but it's the replays, it's the after.
Yeah.
That's where you get a lot of them. And I'm telling you, I'm looking at our YouTube channel right now. Most videos are averaging 60 to 70 views, if not more. That's average. That's average.
yeah, and I will let people know the numbers for YouTube when it comes to the views, the reaches is almost at 140,000.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
So that's only YouTube.
Yeah, that's
I know the Global Ghost Hunt Facebook page is over 10,000
mm-hmm.
for the 10 days. So
Yeah.
right there, that's almost 150,000.
That
And
is amazing.
that's only including 2 pages. I haven't even looked at the numbers of the other pages. I will, but I don't think people take into account that the impressions and the reaches are just as important.
They are.
because it's reaching those pages and people will eventually watch that video. So over time, for example, we had a team last May that had, I think, 300 or 400 views.
Mm.
And then a month and a half later, 2 months later, it had 2,800.
Yep.
So, and you're right, Matt. People are going to go, well, was it really worth it for me to do it with the no, it is worth it because your numbers will grow over time.
Yeah.
And what I really like is we got a bunch of new subscribers on the YouTube channel side, which is great because once we're growing, you're growing.
Yeah. No, 100%. I mean, even my YouTube channel for my paranormal has grown, and I was shocked at that. And I only did 45 minutes. You know what I mean? Which was enough for me. But the point of the matter is that like this little tiny stuff, just like Jen Jacobs just said, she says honestly, I didn't think anyone would watch us laugh out loud. You know, a lot of people may think that in their minds because I thought the same thing. Like, oh, who's gonna want to watch me? I'm a nobody. Blah blah blah. But if you come to the Global Ghost Hunt and the amount of sharing that we do and the family that we are, you will get views and you will get exposure. And that's why we're implementing all this stuff for next year because we want to get the most exposure possible for every single team that comes to Global Ghost Hunt and that is a part of it and has been a part of it.
Yeah.
So,
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
And, I just can't stress it. And I've stressed it from day one. And Matt and AJ can attest to this, that I told the admin team right from the beginning that it's vitally important that when a video or thumbnail go out for the teams, that we share them as much as we possibly can. Just not for one day, for a month. Go into that page and share one thumbnail out or one video. Continually do that because I've run into people on the street that know about the Global Ghost Hunt.
that's awesome.
Yep.
And I was on set. Yesterday. I talked to somebody who goes, yeah, I watched it on YouTube.
That's awesome.
So, it's like, and he has nothing to do with the paranormal. And, so it's just continually sharing out, the team supporting each other, which obviously we've seen in both events.
Yeah.
And it's been tremendous.
Yeah.
That seeing other teams come in. I guess and I don't want to be a bummer on this, and I'm not going to be, but I'm going to be honest with people. And I'm sorry that I'm going to say this. Okay, I apologize. But during these events, and this is shooting straight from the hip, me being honest, during these events, you can see who's there to support somebody and who's not.
Yep.
Because, and I'm sorry to say this, but we had some people that are in the event I never saw in any of the rooms. And it's disappointing because a lot of these teams were in their room supporting them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they don't do it back. And that to me is really, really disappointing because we're here. If we're going to work together and stay together and build this up to something massively, and I'm not talking about Global Ghost Hunt, I'm talking about everything in the paranormal, we have to support each other.
We have to.
100%.
And, we have to support each other. We're all after the same goal. I guess the only thing that disappointed me, and I'm not going to talk about it again after this, that there were some people that had lives that didn't go on into other people's lives to support them, but those people went into their pages and supported them. That's the only thing that really disappointed me. But other than that, I want to get away from that because this is a positive thing. So just remember, people, I will say one more thing. Sorry, I will say one more thing. If you want people to come and support you in what you do, learn to support other people first. Because if you're not going to do that, nobody's going to support you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Plain as that.
Yeah.
So
So before AJ, I know you had something to say, but before you do, I just want to highlight one of our admin is in the room right now. I want to, and this to me means everything. I mean, yeah, supporting teams, locations, everything. Yes, it's important, but what I think a lot of people fail to remember is when you go out and investigating, like let's say Mackenzie and myself, the Wicked Queen and I, we're not just there as investigators, we're a team and we work together and we have a great time. We support each other. Paranormal investigating, folks, is a family or thing. It can be. And I just want to highlight this because this is awesome to me. I am so happy to see this. You know, I think if anybody's done any client investigations, we've helped families get closure. We've brought them together. We've helped sort some things out. Yeah, the wife or husband isn't crazy. This is actually what's going on. You know, we do this to support our communities, and we bring families together. And seeing this comment really means a lot. I mean, I'm even talking like my daughter or our daughter. She's 8 years old. Last year was afraid of ghosts. The typical, 7-year-old. There's somebody. Now she's actually intrigued by it. Somebody said to her about ghosts and spirits for Halloween, and she says, "My daddy and stepmom try to find that. They try to find them," and she's proud of it.
That's awesome.
So that's awesome, Jen. I'm very happy for you. I'm very glad.
That's awesome.
Let's turn this on because we just had a comment in the room. I'm not sure who the other person is. There you go, Liz. Liz knows you, AJ.
I know.
Oh, you saw that?
There you go. There are the names.
Hold on. Mine changed again. Hold on. There we go.
Yeah. Hey, Liz.
I have a name. But all right. So sorry, I didn't mean to take on that tangent, but like I said,
no.
I wanted to hit that, and even Anthony's saying from the Texas Wraith Hunters, it's awesome, and it is. It's a family event. It's a family activity, and I know Bryan, you said your son Mason, and he loves the bridge.
Well,
or at least they love him.
They love him, but he doesn't necessarily love the bridge. But yeah.
So AJ, what were you going to say, brother?
No, then when Bryan, when you were saying what you were saying, and you said, "Okay, that's enough. I'm gonna, this is positive and stuff. Let's talk about that." I wanted to say it's important, though. It's important to talk about certain things like that because it helps us grow. It helps us learn from mistakes. It helps us learn and grow. And it's something that needs to be brought to attention because we want everyone to get the support that they need. So I think it was very important that you said what you said, and I think it was really great that you did.
Thank you. I did, and like I said earlier, you guys know I said this right from the beginning, from day one. I started this. We need to show the teams that we're here to support them. And that's why it's in the video. And we're supporting the teams, we're supporting the locations. And I continually told these people over and over again, continue sharing out the videos and the thumbnails. We need to get these teams exposure so people can come and watch them and learn from them, especially other teams. And I can almost guarantee, because I have neighbors here in the condo complex that watch as well, that have nothing to do with the paranormal, and they're telling me how much they love it. But now they have it in it. Now I made sure that I said, if you're going to be watching this stuff, don't go into the TV stuff because generally that's not real. So, when you're watching stuff like this is what really goes on in investigations, and yeah, you might have those dead moments, no pun intended, or those, I should say, quiet moments. But that's when teams really start. I think that's when the real bonding really starts with teams. Is when you have those quiet moments and you're talking. I thought it was there was a couple times during the event where there's some slow moments and they were just talking about whatever and they started laughing. And I thought that was really cool because it's true, because that's what happens. There was a cool moment with AZ Pie where I forget who it was going down the hallway, but they heard something that ran across the
Mhm.
hall, and she streamed, and she ran down the hallway, and they all laughed. And it's just moments like that that really go, okay, well, this is good. This is
Yeah.
good. And it's lovely to watch, if I can
Yeah,
use that word. So
you use whatever word you want. Well, and Bryan, you and I have even said, and I think we even said in some of the admin meetings, it's great to see, like during these downtimes or the dead times that you called it. That's where you really get to see who these teams are.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I've caught some of my best evidence just talking about random stuff. The
Yeah.
weather, football, politics, where are we going to eat afterwards, if there's anything still open, and just regular stuff. And I know, especially at Penhurst, and this happened at Voodoo Authentica too, some of the things that we were getting weren't even questions like you'd normally ask in the paranormal. Like I was told several times to get out by a spirit. Well, no, I'm not going to. I'm here. You got to deal with me. And it's just really fun to see who these teams are and what makes them tick. And in all honesty, I think what we're doing here with the Global Ghost Hunt is better than any TV show. Any TV show.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you don't just get true paranormal. You get real TV, you get reality, you get to see the passion, you get to see the excitement. Nothing against the filming industry, because I know Bryan would kick me out of the studio. But but to me, no script can ever write really good entertainment. And that's what we have right here with the Global Ghost Hunt. No matter if service is good or bad.
Yeah.
Like I want to call you out for a second, Mr. We all see Bryan as, I don't want to say serious. He's more serious than what AJ and myself are. And I don't know about you, but I see him investigating, very serious, on point, great investigator. To see him going, I'm fucking scared. Like I'm sketched out.
Yeah.
Like I don't like being down here by myself. Like you see that realism. You see that. You hear it. And I'm sorry, but no writer or director can get that.
Yeah, and like I said in that video that night, there's only two places that scare the crap out of me. Like I've been to some like UK stuff, didn't really scare me at all. Some stuff in the States haven't really scared me at all. Like White Hill Mansion apparently is the most haunted house in America. I would disagree with that. But that bridge and the abandoned sawmill that I've went to in the past, those places scare the crap out of me. Because you can feel as soon as you walk in there, like even the sawmill, you can feel the thickness of, and it's been closed for God since the 70s. You know what I mean? And but yeah, and I think that's one of the reasons why I talk so much, because it made me feel better that I was talking and people were in the room and watching and stuff. So yeah, but thanks for pointing that out.
Anytime. And I just want to say, don't worry, I was laughing the entire time. But especially when you found that hole the second time. Which, by the way, folks, I just want to say, before his live went up, he hit that same hole. He tripped. I just see the camera here. Oh shit.
I will say that place, that's the first time I'd ever seen and I showed those fish. Did you know what fish they were? Were those salmon or trout?
I couldn't tell. It wasn't the greatest. If it's given the time of year, I would have to assume it's salmon.
Okay. So they were eaten. Now my question is, what was eating them?
Bear.
Probably.
Well, no, we don't have bears in that area.
Could have been bobcat.
But they were eating, they were being eaten. I was going, okay. And it never, like, it was smelling, like the smell was atrocious. Like it was bad down there.
It could have even been like foxes or
but these are
canine.
big salmon though. Would a fox be able to do that?
If they're dead, if they just got done spawning. Yeah.
Yeah,
They wash up.
it was
They'll just start
nasty.
going to town.
There was 4 of them there, and they were all torn apart.
Bang.
You know what I wanted to say about the quiet times is one, like you said, no writer or no director can script those moments. But another thing that I like about Global Ghost Hunt, how it's raw and uncut, is that it shows you what real paranormal investigating is like. You can go to a location, get absolutely nothing for 2 hours, and then the camera shuts off and all hell breaks loose.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely amazing to see. So,
Well,
that's, I like those quiet times.
and it's interesting that you say that, because there were a couple of videos that were live that I didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
But for example, Portal to the Paranormal,
Mhm.
they captured an amazing EVP
Mm.
that nobody heard during the live.
Wow.
I was watching AZ Pie's video last night from the YMCA, and I made a comment in the on YouTube, I believe it was. There was a stream of a girl that happened during their video,
Yeah,
and it was like, did anybody else hear that stream? Like, it
Yeah.
was a stream from a girl, and you can hear it. And I think Lionel made a comment about somebody, he thought he heard a stream.
Yeah.
And he was right. There was a stream, and even Rosanna, she went back and she heard it. She went back and listened and heard it. So go through your videos, people, because I'm telling you, you're probably going to catch something on your on the live that you
didn't catch.
Didn't hear.
And see, that's the beautiful thing about what we're doing too, because you like a lot of these places we talk about the bucket list, you're basically virtually investigating when you're watching the Global Ghost Hunt and you're watching these teams. And what is a digital recorder? Let's look at it for a second. It's an electronic microphone, basically. That's exactly what you're doing. You're live listening. You may be able to pick something up to help these teams out during the investigation.
Yeah.
Just like Lionel did.
Dom's asking a question. No, neither of us spoke during your live. And in fact, it was just me there. Matt wasn't even there.
I think I was watching, but I was at work, I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you capture something? I'm sure he did, because that place was crazy.
Yeah, and just to let everybody know, when we're backstage and we're like helping, streaming for these teams, even in the May event, we mute ourselves. Whether we're backstage or not and it's muted, we mute ourselves. My microphone, I turn mine off completely, and then I don't turn it back on until after.
Yeah.
So the only thing we do is play peekaboo with each other, but that's about it. We just kind of do.
And I have to be honest, and I know you said it earlier, but Dom, I have to thank Dom again for what he did, stepping up and stepping in for a team that we had to that they're going to be back in May. I really want to thank Dom for what he did. He stepped in and on such short notice and did that cemetery, and I'm telling you, that cemetery didn't disappoint, because there was stuff coming through, and there's like his equipment was going off. And Dom, thank you from the bottom of my heart for stepping in and doing what you did, because that was great. What's that face for, Matt?
Well, so I don't know if anybody knows me from my podcast, but we've said it a few times on GGH Live. Giving me ideas is a very bad idea. We're pretty good. I have to thank Andrea, because I have a great idea.
Thanks, Andrea. I knew he was going to say it. That I just knew it. I
caught it. So I want to add, if we can, to those pictures that you want, Bryan. If teams have blooper reels, I would love to post them. I would love to post them.
That'd be great too. Again, take out what's going on here? I just got a notification. Paralinks Plus, there's a problem with it.
Yep, we're having trouble streaming to
Facebook. I just got it.
Yep.
Let's see.
So I go back to what I said earlier about AZ Pie, that particular moment where she came running down the hallway streaming because she heard something. That would be great. Those type of things. If you captured evidence, take out that clip and send it to us, and we'll
Yes.
post it. So it can get out there. Because people loved it. People loved the Portal to the Paranormal clip of their evidence, of their EVP they captured. People loved it on the page. So so definitely send us that stuff. We want to continue, like I said earlier, we want to continue supporting you even though the event is done. So if you send us stuff you want us to post, we will post it. It takes literally seconds.
Yeah.
So even Kara is in the room. They had some really, really cool moments during their investigation. And I'm sure they had some blooper moments as well. We all do. Like my blooper moments, stepping in that hole twice. Like, okay, now what's going on here? Because now we have a problem with Global Ghost on Facebook page.
Well, I just looked at the one for Paralinks, and it stopped it at 50 minutes. So something's going on with Facebook. Let me see.
Can you edit and redo it?
Working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it stopped it at 50 as well.
Yeah.
Let me see. Maybe I'll just
share it.
Work.
Just share it over.
Yeah. Or actually, maybe what I can do.
Okay.
Kind of funny how we're all in the room and this starts happening again.
Yeah. So the Global Ghost Hunt Facebook page, did that go back up? I don't think it did.
I removed it. Now I'm trying to re-add it, see if that works.
Yeah. Okay.
There it goes. So I'm going to do the same thing with Paralinks, see if it does it.
So so if you have, again, I'm going to say this, if you have pictures, you have video, you have anything that you want to share, send it to us and we will post it.
No, absolutely. And, that may be an interesting show we could do for like the GGH Lives, is just do a blooper compilation. I think that'd be, really good. So, Andrea, thank you.
Yeah,
but
that's great.
I mean, like, look at my investigation. I had Howard Petrie, number one. We all know Howard. He's always good for a few laughs. Jackie and the Wicked Queen. You all remember from Penhurst, her and I together investigating, something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You might even have to wait for a pay-per-view. She'll hit me with something.
Okay,
she actually did pretty well. She didn't hit me.
There you
this
go.
Time.
So is there anything for you guys? I'm going to ask this question. Is there anything for you guys that stands out the most over that 10 days? Like a team, a moment, anything that stands out for you? AJ?
Well, what we talked about last night, Ghoul Gang. I mean, the ending of what we watched, what you had me watch, because I missed it. I mean, what they caught was pretty awesome. Not gonna lie. From that's who we were talking about, right? Last night.
Yes.
On the phone. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I ended up watching it after we got off the phone, and I was really, really shocked by what they got, and really happy with what they got. Other than that, I'm just happy about the whole event. I'm happy that it went smooth for the teams. I'm happy that the teams had a great time. That's the most important thing, is that they had a fun time, and they got some evidence, and we all just got to sit back and have a great 10 days.
Yeah. Matt?
Absolutely. I kind of want to piggyback on what AJ said. And like we've been saying, the amount of support, number one, that to me is better than any evidence. You got people like Rootless, AZ, Pi, Liz, Get Out Paranormal, CMPS. Anthony's been in the room several times. Andrea's been here. Tracy's been here. The amount of support that these people, that you all give us, is why this is becoming so successful. And it's not for us. Again, it's for these teams in these locations. That is the most important thing. So, to me, in terms of winning or losing, both May and October this first year, huge win.
Yeah.
Huge freaking win. And it's all because of you guys. As far as the moments from the last 10 days, it's hard. I got to kind of steal Bryan's line. It's hard for me to pick out just one.
Yeah.
But I will say this. The amount of effort for some of these outfits was awesome.
That's what stands out to me.
Awesome.
Who
Ruthless-
does an investigation in nun costumes?
Right?
That
And I even when I first saw that, I'm like, and I had the same thought that I forget who said it on the YouTube side. They said, "Is that a stat? Are those statues?" I'm like, "It can't be a statue. Why do they have them in the walkway?" When Rootless started talking, I went, and then you see like Get Out. I see Get Out's in the room.
Yeah.
They were sitting there. They dress for success.
Yeah, I made that comment. I made
Oh
that
my
comment
gosh.
during the first 10 minutes. I said absolutely love the outfits. And like even like Goose Flats Paranormal, the guy I guess that owns the location. I don't know if that's normally the way he dresses, but it seemed like he was in an outfit. Unless he dresses that way, I apologize. But
He was still a good dresser.
he's still a good dresser, but the nun outfits threw me for a complete loop, and it was phenomenal. But
Mhm.
then if you guys missed it from the halftime show, Melissa told me a story on what happened to them the next day. They were going to go to the church and they saw two nuns come out of a car.
Oh my god.
I mean,
so
even Suzette from CMPS.
yeah,
it's really awesome, and I think more people need to do that. I think, and we forget, like, we go to these locations and we enjoy them, which is great, but why not dress in period dress in the time frame? Screw it.
yeah.
What better way to relate to the spirits?
I do want to make I do want to say a thank you. I never did this in May, and I thought about it after the show. For the people that were sporting wear that had Global Ghost Hunt on,
Yes.
thank you. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah,
That meant a lot, seeing the Global Ghost Hunt logo in the videos. Rootless Destination had two other guests with them that were wearing the Global Ghost Hunt shirts. I know they were wearing them in the morning on their coffee talk, which I put up the video today or last night. I think it was last night. I think Rootless Destination did a video. It's called Coffee Talk. I hope they decide to do that in a podcast because I think it would be great. But I put up that video because I thought it was amazing. It's about 12 minutes long. Go check that out. And because I think I'm going to put it up on YouTube. It's on Facebook right now on the Facebook page. I will eventually put it up on YouTube. But I really want to say thank you for the people that wore the Global Ghost Hunt logo on their clothing. That meant a lot to see that. There wasn't a lot of teams that did that, but for the teams that did, thank you. That meant a lot.
Absolutely. And actually, I have an idea as far as merchandise, but we can talk later about that. But it'd be really, no, you don't like this one. This is going. But
well, it's funny because lately I have been liking them from you.
I know that's weird. I don't know.
I'm opening up and being more. I'm
think,
opening up, but accepting it. I'm not to
Quite
that
there.
yet. I'm not quite there yet, but maybe 2024. That will be my New Year's resolution.
Or maybe he's just gotten to the point where it's just like, yeah, it's Matt. Just let him go.
Just let him talk. Yeah, let him get him out.
Yeah, that's probably.
He's like a goldfish. He'll forget in a couple minutes. No big.
He's not wrong, folks. He's not wrong. But I want to do something a little different before we end out tonight, guys.
Just answering Andrew a question. Yep. Just go over to Global Ghost Hunt, and it's you just go to the page and you'll see merchandise, and yes, for sure you can still get them. And if you want to personalize it with your team, if you have a team, you can put your team logo on it as well.
And that's the website, by the way. If you just want to go to either globalghosthunt.com or that one right there, either one works for merchandise, folks. But I want to do something a little different. We talked about our favorite moments in the halftime show before, in the May event. We've done the same thing. instead of talking about our favorite moments from the 10 days or the last half, I want to switch the rules. I want to know what your guys' favorite part of your investigation was and why. Yeah, we're going to be
Sorry,
a little.
what do you mean?
So for you, Brian, well, for example, you were out at the bridge. What was your
Yes.
favorite moment for that investigation?
God,
What sticks out for you?
What is going on with Facebook tonight?
I don't know.
I'm
Which
getting
one is
this
it now?
message, and then it's Global Ghost Hunt Facebook page. Again, what is going on?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's Facebook.
What's the favorite moment of my investigation? Leaving?
Not getting honked at?
No. Yeah, I didn't understand that at all. But no, my favorite moment was I think it was, you know what? And I'm going to say this because I know a few people said it in the room. And what I liked the most, hey, listen, I love the bridge, even though it creeps me out. I love the bridge because there's so much activity there. But what I love the most, and you guys might agree, when I said I was alone and this place creeped me out, people in the audience, please be safe.
Yeah.
That's what I loved. They were looking out for me. And there was a lot of people in the room saying that. And I thought that was a really, really, really good moment for me personally. For the investigation itself, I'm still going to go through the video to see if I captured anything, because there were a couple of times that I heard a woman's voice. And I know somebody in the room said we heard it too. So I'm definitely going to go back and listen to see if there's anything I captured. And I will put it in the pages if I did catch anything, and then obviously I will edit it to raise the volume and so people can hear it. But yeah, that for me was really special when people were saying that.
Awesome. AJ?
For me, believe it or not, like I actually didn't watch my live. I actually didn't. I recorded it and then I sent it to you guys, and I was like, I don't even want to watch it. But when I did watch it and I did review it and stuff, I was very happy with the communication that I got through the spirit box. I know that place is very well known for communication wise, but it's not really known for activity as in cat balls and like EMF and all types of stuff like that. But for some reason, the spirit box over there just explodes for some reason. And going back and hearing them to tell me to hold on, and I'm like, I'm holding on for you. Like, you're a spirit. What the heck is going on with this? You telling me to hold on. And then there was one part near the end where it says, "You're the best. Thank you." And I was like, when I re-listened to that and I reviewed it, I was like, wow, that was a very long response coming out of a PSP7, number one. But two, it was just such a clear response. And it was just so great to finally get the name of this spirit that followed me home and caused a lot of issues when the first time I went to this place. So it was really, really cool to see that.
Awesome.
And two things before you say yours. So I believe it was Heather that went running down the hallway for the YMCA. And was it you, Heather, that ran down the hallway because you thought you heard something or saw something crawling along the floor? I believe it was her. But she actually said that she had her hair pulled.
Yes, it was.
And I
She
remember
said.
that. I remember that in the video. She had her hair pulled in the cemetery at the Clown Motel. So
something we missed, guys, and I do apologize. AZ Pie was actually using one of Get Out Paranormal's piece of equipment.
Yes.
I don't know if AJ you caught that, but
Yeah.
that sock monkey they have that they were using, Get Out Paranormal made that.
Oh,
Yes.
no way.
They bought it from them. So that's another way that I really love that what we're doing is we're bringing these teams together and we get a chance to see this. Like I would have no idea that Get Out Paranormal even made equipment.
And the great thing is, after their live, I spoke to them.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be in talks about bringing their equipment onto the Global Ghost Hunt website.
Yep.
So, and you know what? And the great thing about that is we're going to be helping this team. We're going to be helping this team sell their equipment because that's what Global Ghost Hunt does. Helps these teams out. Yeah,
absolutely.
Amen.
So I guess it's my turn.
Yes.
So I'm not going to say the travel down because for those of you who don't know, I'm from Pennsylvania, and we drove to Louisiana, to New Orleans. 21 hours, I think, down and 21 back. So long time. My co-pilot. Love you. But anyway, it's for me, not just the walkthrough, because we had a two-part. The walkthrough was amazing. Howard is very knowledgeable about the location. I got to meet some people that he knows from the paranormal. We got to even talk to a couple of shop owners after the live. There's just so much about the walkthrough that was just really awesome to see and just witness. Bourbon Street was a little weird, but who isn't anymore? As far as the investigation, wasn't as active as what we thought it was going to be. They even said it was a quiet night. But for me, what really stood out was Papa Czar and the owner. The owner wanted pictures of everything, not because she was worried about what would happen, but because she wanted to be involved in it. She wanted to make sure that we enjoyed ourselves. Papa Czar was very knowledgeable about everything. He even did a small ritual to try to help get the spirits going and manifesting. And I think I caught most of that on the live as well. So just to be almost welcomed into that environment to me was awesome. And everything in that store was handmade. Nothing is manufactured. So somebody took the time and the energy to make all of these things. So the energy there was just, it was unfathomable. I mean, not to mention the EMF from those neon signs. That was a headache. But, it was nice. It was really nice to see. And for me, that was the best part, on top of meeting Howard and Jackie face to face. Because, I mean, Howard, if you don't know Howard, guys, or Jackie, go check them out. Seriously, they're great people. They're even better in person. And I love them to death. I mean, all the respect. But, like, I'm still eating gumbo that Howard gave us. Oh, wow. They made sure we felt at home. And that to me, going, I think every paranormal team, everybody who does the Global Ghost Hunt can attest to this. Just being at that location, being a part of it, seeing it, investigating it, and the area you're going to, whether you're close to home or far away, it makes it that much more special. And the fact that I even told the Wicked Queen, I said, if you really think about it, Global Ghost Hunt, Parapost, Paralinks, the shows, they're giving us these opportunities to go to these phenomenal locations. Pennhurst, New Orleans, the USS North Carolina, and several other places. The paranormal field is being very welcoming to all of us. And yes, it is real gumbo, rootless, real freaking gumbo. Homemade, spent hours making. Clear your schedule after you get done eating it. But
oh wow, really?
Oh, you don't want to stop eating it. And then after you do, it's just like, oh, I'm done. I'm going to bed. But no, that's what I really love about all this is the people, the locations, the camaraderie, and the love and support that everybody's giving everybody. That to me is the best part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh boys.
It's the next event. There's going to be it's going to if you don't know, the date has changed. Yes. It's going to be April 25th to May 5th. And the reason for that is because the Tombstone Paracon is on the 26th, 27th, and 28th. I will be in Tombstone. Bruce reached out to me today. I guess they're getting ready to organize plane flights and all that stuff.
Nice.
So I want to get a few other people from the team over there with me. But I will let you guys know. And it's still up in the air right now, but me investigating Shefflin Hall is still going to happen, but there's going to be another possible team with me, and that is GTI, Ghost Trip Investigations.
Yep.
They're very, very, very popular, I guess, in the UK. They have 5 million, I guess, subscribers.
Very
on
friendly too.
On all their social medias. So I'm telling people now that they are going to be promoting the Global Ghost Hunt. So the next one is going to be big.
Yep.
Mhm.
And it's going to be huge. This is your time to get in and be a part of this and have fun doing it. You see what happens during the 10 days.
Yep.
It's a lot of fun, and you have a lot of people out there supporting you.
Even backstage is fun.
Yeah. Yeah. And so it's going to be a lot of fun next year. So again, in the next week or two, we will let everybody know. We will put it up on the pages saying that you can now go in and enter or register, and there will be the 2 different packages, and they will explain what each package is going to be and what it's going to entail. But at the end of the day, it's about you getting into this amazing event and being a part of it. I think, and I'm being a little bit biased here, but I think it's being a part of history, to be honest, because I think this is going to be looked at years and years down the road when we're all gone, that this event was successful and was successful for many years and many great teams out there and all those wonderful things. So yeah,
absolutely. And just side note, Rootless, it actually was chicken and sausage gumbo, all homemade.
Okay, back on the gumbo.
But geez. But no, and that's the thing. Like I 100% agree. And honestly, we all know that there's another event trying to do something similar. Can't even touch what we're doing.
Massively. I'm sorry, and this is probably a word I shouldn't use, but they massively failed.
A little bit.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they're just not given the support that we give. And yeah, so nothing else needs to be said about that, unfortunately. Fortunately and unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about the gumbo though? No.
Lord, gumbo.
But no, don't go anywhere, folks. Still stick around because at the very end we do have a very special video just for you all. I didn't notice until now. I missed an S, so before anybody says anything, I already knew it. I missed an S, and thanks.
You could have put an X.
There's an idea. That'll be for the next video. I just put just one big X, and they go, there you go, AJ. But again, folks, we could not do this without you guys. We couldn't. You know, and I think you all deserve a huge round of applause. Be proud of yourselves. And honestly, if you want to be a part of it, like we said, sign up. It's that easy. You don't have to be a big name team. You don't have to have, you know, the Pennhursts, the Eastern State Penitentiaries, all these really big, flashy places. You don't. It can be done at a cemetery. It can be done at a bridge. You don't have to travel 21 hours. You know, you can do it wherever. And just the fact that you're a part of something like this is enough. And, you know, to be honest, I can't speak for the whole admin crew, but I know for me personally, these people that I've never heard of, like, for example, AZ Pie, I didn't know Rootless was even a group until the May event. You know, all these new people coming in, those are the ones that I look forward to. They're the ones that I want to see. And honestly, you guys have not let us down.
Yeah.
End of story.
Yeah.
End of story.
Yep.
So thank you guys. Thank you all. Seriously.
Thanks, Lord Witch. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, speaking of which, there's Henry.
Hey, Henry.
glad to hear you did not get locked in. Although I did want to ask Henry, if you're still in the room, did you have your masonry saw with you? I don't know why, but I was really thinking about that. I was like,
Rosie's in the room now too, and keeping in mind it's very late over there
Yeah.
in the UK.
absolutely.
Thank you, Rosie.
Thank you, and thank you all, guys. Seriously, I mean this event would not be possible without each and every one of you guys. And I mean,
he is in the room still.
Okay, good. So Henry, let me know. I've been curious about it. If you kept that masonry saw close by for that investigation. Me personally, I keep one in every cell just to make sure. I know that'd be a little pricey, but it's nice to see power tools used in an investigation. I just like it. I don't like them.
He had some Henry had some great responses at the beginning of his video with the dowsing rods and with the REM pods. So definitely, if you haven't seen it, go over and check it out. And yeah, and if everybody can do us a solid too, continually share out those videos.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, guys, if I accidentally, for some reason, plop off the screen, it's because my Mac is about to die. Just to let you know, so in case that happens.
So before AJ has to investigate his computer, get it?
Yeah.
Because it's gonna die. I couldn't resist.
You had to.
Yes, I did. Guys, we'll just we'll call it a night. But before we go, any last words for everybody? AJ?
No, just thank you. Thank you, and let's make this coming one even better.
Yep. I agree. Ditto.
Well, before we close out, my last thing I want to say, and I know we've all said this before, but I want to personally thank you, Bryan, for everything.
Yes.
Without your brainchild, you started this. I'm just gonna pass that blame to you, but you started this, and yeah, we've all been behind your back. We've all had we supported you and everything else, but you did all of this. It was your brainchild. You deserve a lot of the credit.
Thank you.
And I want to thank you for making, in my opinion, one hell of an impact on the paranormal field.
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I thank you guys as well for helping on this journey.
It's honestly an honor for me.
Thank
you. It really is.
Yeah, it is.
So, all right, guys. So, for those of you who may be wondering, yes, we will be continuing the GGH lives probably once a month for a little bit until we start getting closer to the April-May event. But don't go anywhere. Again, I have one more video for you guys. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and be ready because there's going to be a lot of new things coming out. A lot of new things coming out. Yeah, and you do not want to miss them. So from all of us here at Global Ghost Hunt, guys, thank you so much for all your continued support and everything you do. You guys are awesome. And as always, happy hauntings.